All right, to start off this show, I wanted to talk about something. Sorry, take a sip of water. I want to talk about vegans. I know it's a weird topic to talk about, but I saw this video the other day. But bunch of I'm not gonna say vegans because I don't know for sure. Alleged vegans. And that phrase is probably one of the weirdest phrases I've ever said in my life. Alleged vegans. And in this video, these individuals were standing around one of those. It wasn't a meat fridge per se. It was one of those open air meat fridges, if that makes sense. It's where you go to like a Walmart or a grocery store and you come up and it's like it keeps the meat cold, but it's open air, sort of, so that you can just reach in, grab that like styrofoam package of meat with like saran wrap on top, basically. Kind of like where you get like pork chops and like ground beef and like fucking like chicken breast and stuff, if that makes sense. People know this. Like, if you don't know this, you're living under a rock. So basically in this video, and you could see the video, I'll link it wherever you listen to this podcast, these individuals had like shitty funeral music on in the background. It sounded almost like it was coming out of a phone speaker instead of like bringing an actual speaker or like somebody actually playing like a harp or a violin or some shit. And all of them have masks on, so you know it's a recent video within the last couple of years. And they're laying roses around this meat. Like it's a funeral, like it's a ceremony for the fallen animals. Do vegans do this? Do vegans legitimately do this? Like, please, somebody answer me. Hang on a second. As you can hear, I'm still trying to get over this cough from last week's episode. So if I cough, I apologize. But do vegans really go out of their way to make big spectacles to show the world that eating meat is wrong? Like, because I saw like that one meme, that one picture before, where two women were like around a bunch of milk, like at a grocery store, and saying like cows' lives matter and some shit. And it just makes me think, what is your end goal with these displays of animal loving? Again, another phrase I never thought I would say. Not that kind of animal loving, you perverts. Like, just the love for animals and thinking they're being mistreated. Like, are you trying to... Because these displays like this are annoying to me. And if you try to annoy people to try to get your point across, you're not going to get your fucking point across. What's going to happen is people are going to laugh, they're going to make fun of you, and when you retaliate and come back at them, you look like the shittier person. Now, before I continue into this, let me make a point here. I'm not against vegans. Like, if you want to live your life that way, that's fine. Because there are vegans out there that do it for the health reasons, and they just don't say anything. They go, oh, I eat this way. Respect it or don't. That's just how I live my life. And God bless you. Like, allowed to live your life. I don't care. It's going to suck going to dinner with you because it's going to narrow our choices down for restaurants exponentially. But if you want to live your life that way, that's fine. Same thing goes for the animal-loving vegans. Again, get your mind out of the gutter, you perverts. If you want to be a vegan because you think eating meat is cruelty to animals, live your life. But when you go out and you, like, not ostracize, but, like, demean people that are, like, just eating a cheeseburger, basically, and say, oh, you're a terrible person, what did that cow ever do to you? Fuck off. Like, seriously. Like, these displays, these acts of just sheer insanity just make you look like crazy people. I'm not saying you're crazy, because again, that people could come at me for that, and they're not, actually, fuck it, yeah. It makes you look crazy. To like, yeah, and you could go all over the internet and you'll find videos of vegans just yelling at people. They're throwing like red paint and shit on like fur coats. Again, fur coats is another subject, but I'm just trying to make a point here. And it just makes me think, why? Like, you don't have anything better to do than to, like, going back to this video, to go to a freaking grocery store. Go to a grocery store and leave roses in a meat chest like that. You have nothing better to do. It perplexes me, but at the same time, I know some genius individual waited until those people left, walked up, grabbed some pork chops, grabbed all those roses, brought them home to their significant other, and had a beautiful night, a beautiful evening. Like, we were all romantic about it. Presented the roses and lied and said, "Oh, I got these at the store," or whatnot, when really you just got a dozen roses for free and a beautiful evening out of it. But that's just neither here nor there. Anyway, I would love to hear what you guys think about vegans, about these kind of vegans. Let me know in the comments, because it blows my mind that there are actual folks out there that live their lives that way. But please let me know. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you think I'm an asshole, because I'm saying this through the lens of I would like to learn more about why people do this shit, and not like the mocking sense. But at the same time, folks like this are going to, if they met me like in person, folks like this would come at me and call me an asshole and like say I'm an animal killer and whatnot, when really I'm just buying the meat from the store. I'm not killing the animal. But again, another subject, another day. So let me know in the comments what you think, because personally, I think it's fucking weird. But that's just me.